The 6236 Reporting Services class is a very popular class on our schedule. It is a cornerstone of any business intelligence skill set. It's designed for prospective BI professionals with a background in SQL Server. Having an understanding of Transact SQL will be a benefit in this class. However, the prereqs for this class are not very strict. A general understanding of relational databases should be all you really need to get started. Let's take a look at what we'll be covering in the class. Starting out early, we'll take a look at the design functionality, understanding the report designer, defining shared data sources, defining the report level data and the individual data sets that we'll be using there. As we move on, we'll take a look at the grouping logic and organizing the data in our report. Moving on a little bit further, we'll take a look at some of the more advanced features like the drill down and drill up to expose detailed data or bring it back into summarized data. Getting into some of the additional features that we're going to take a look at in this class, we'll look at things like the action property, where we can go in and identify user-defined actions where a user can come in and click on a given object, and we can define actions that respond to that particular click event. So in this scenario, a user would come in, view the report, in this case an order details report, and when they click on a particular product, it drills through and calls up a second report detailing that data. We can then navigate back to the container report. So it gives us this drill through functionality, which is different than the drill down functionality we looked at earlier. Moving on, we can take a look at dealing with data sets and using parameters either as a filter against the data set or using a parameter in the query itself that we're passing back. Some of the things we can look at doing here are daisy chaining or tying these parameters together so that when I look at a report, my subcategory is going to be dependent upon the category object I choose. So if I choose, in this case, a bike, my subcategories are now dependent upon that parameter. So we'll look at adding these parameters and using it as a way to filter the reports to only bring back the subset of data that we're looking for. After we get the report design taken care of, we're going to take a look at utilizing the report manager for all of our publishing, so we can navigate to our home directory and look at all the reports that we'll be publishing, the data sources. We're going to take a look at managing these reports. So I can go into an individual report, I can take a look at the properties of these reports, define subscriptions on these reports, and then determine security, default parameters, caching, snapshots, all of these automated functionality that we'll be handling through the report manager. We'll then go in and take a look at some of the higher end programming features in reporting services, where we're going to go in and take a look at setting a reference to the web service and then going in and using that web service to build functionality native to reporting services into our custom applications. So I can define my custom application. In this case, we're going to go out, we'll call a report, and I'm now viewing my report within my custom application. So in general, we're going to be covering all of the report design and report formatting functionality. We're then going to get into the publishing, the deployment, the security, and the optimization of these reports. And the last thing we'll look at is programming with these reports in a custom environment using the reporting services web service. For those of you that do not have a background in .NET development, it's okay. You'll get a little exposure to something new, and it'll give you some ideas of what this product is really capable of.